Gandalf, one of the most powerful beings in Middle-earth, stands as a towering figure of wisdom and strength. He is not just a wizard, but a Maya spirit, older than the world itself, sent by the Valar to guide the free peoples of Middle-earth. Gandalf has walked across centuries, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, the shaping of the world, and the battles between light and darkness. He is a being capable of confronting the most formidable enemies, such as the Balrog, but even he knows that the One Ring is a temptation too great for any individual. Gandalf's power is not simply physical, it is drawn from his essence, his deep understanding of the world, and his ability to influence and guide others. But the One Ring is something different. It is a tool of immense power, yes, but it is also a fragment of Sauron's own essence, and that alone makes it far more dangerous than any ordinary object. The ring is not simply an instrument of destruction, it is a tool of manipulation, seduction, and power that seeks to consume the very will of its bearer. This is the core of Gandalf's refusal. He understands that the ring does not simply enhance the power of its wearer, it bends their very soul to Sauron's will. And for Gandalf, this is a line he cannot cross. He has seen the consequences of such power. He has witnessed the downfall of Melkor, the greatest of the Valar, and the rise of Sauron, both of whom were consumed by their lust for control and domination. Gandalf knows that to take the ring would be to risk losing his very soul, becoming a tyrant like those he opposes. For Gandalf, the One Ring represents a force far beyond mere physical power. It represents a corruption of the soul, the ultimate test of self-control, wisdom, and humility. As a Maya spirit, Gandalf's natural inclination is to guide, to teach, to protect. He is not meant to wield power for personal gain, but rather to help those who are struggling to find their own way. The ring, with its insidious influence, is a threat to that mission. He cannot allow it to control him, just as he cannot allow it to control anyone else. Gandalf's decision to refuse the ring is one of the most significant moments in the entire history of Middle-earth. Frodo offers the ring to him in Bag End, trembling with uncertainty, not fully understanding the power he is offering. And yet, despite Gandalf's deep understanding of the ring's power, he refuses it without hesitation, but with a sense of fear so deep that it almost paralyzes him. The air around them thickens as Gandalf steps back in horror, recoiling as though from a dangerous animal. His voice booms as he cries out, "No!" His reaction is not one of indifference, but of deep terror. For a brief moment, Gandalf becomes something far greater than what anyone can perceive. He appears almost godlike, standing towering over Frodo. In that moment, Gandalf's full potential is revealed, the power of the Maya spirit surging through him. Frodo, overwhelmed by the force of Gandalf's rejection, sees something he was never meant to see, a glimpse of the true power that Gandalf could wield if he accepted the ring. It's a moment of profound realization for Frodo, who suddenly understands the true nature of the power he is holding. He sees the shadow of what Gandalf could become if he gave in to the temptation. Gandalf explains his refusal with a tremor in his voice, though he forces himself to soften. He says, "With that power, I should have power too great and terrible." His fear, he admits, is not that he would be weak, but that he would become too strong, strong enough to dominate, strong enough to shape Middle-earth according to his own desires. In this moment, Gandalf's words ring true, for he knows exactly what the ring could do to him. It is not about doubting his self-control, it is about understanding the consequences of giving in to the ring's power. But Gandalf's wisdom goes beyond mere rejection. He understands that the temptation of the ring is not one of simple greed or ambition, it is the deepest desire to shape the world. The ring's power is seductive because it appeals to the innermost desire of every individual, the power to reshape the world. And for someone like Gandalf, With the power to influence entire nations, the ring represents the ultimate temptation, the ability to force order upon Middle-earth, to make the world conform to his own vision. Gandalf's understanding of his own limitations is what sets him apart from others. While Boromir, Gollum, and even Galadriel have been tempted by the ring, Gandalf's resistance comes not from simple pride or arrogance, but from an understanding of what it would cost him and the world. He would not merely be taking the ring for its power, he would be shackling himself to it, allowing its influence to slowly consume him. The One Ring is not just a powerful object. It is not merely a tool of destruction or domination. It is a reflection of Sauron's own being. When Sauron forged the ring in the fires of Orodruin, he poured a part of his very essence into it. The ring is a fragment of Sauron's Maya spirit, his will to dominate, his desire to shape the world according to his own vision. It is why he is so crippled without it. The ring is more than just a piece of jewelry. It is Sauron himself, bound in gold. Gandalf understands this intimately. He knows that the ring is not just a weapon to be wielded. It is a part of Sauron's power. To take it would be to take a piece of Sauron himself, to draw his corrupting influence into one's own being. Gandalf's refusal is not just about rejecting power, it is about rejecting the very nature of that power, Sauron's corrupting will. The power of the ring is seductive, and Gandalf understands the danger of temptation. He sees it not only in the past with Sauron's rise, but also in the present, in the struggles of those around him. Even the bravest men, like Boromir, are not immune to the ring's whispers. Gandalf knows that once a person takes the ring, they become an extension of Sauron's will, no longer a free agent, but a slave to the ring's seductive force. It's a battle of wills that no one can win. He also knows that the ring's power is not just in its ability to grant strength, it is in its ability to corrupt. Sauron, once a servant of Aule, fell because he believed he could bring order to the world through force. The ring did not just grant him power, it twisted his mind. Gandalf has seen it happen before, and he knows that if he took the ring, he would fall the same way. He would become the very thing he's trying to prevent. Gandalf's refusal to take the ring is not just about rejecting power, it's about rejecting the very nature of that power. As a Maya spirit, Gandalf is inherently powerful, but he also understands that his power is a double-edged sword. The ring is not merely a tool to fight evil, it is a means to shape the world, to bring about order, but at a great cost. To wield it would not only distort the bearer's will, but it would also corrupt the very essence of who they are. Gandalf knows this all too well. His mission in Middle-earth is clear: to guide, to protect, and to fight evil, but not to dominate or control. The Istari, the order to which Gandalf belongs, were forbidden by the Valar to impose their will on the free peoples. They were sent to Middle-earth to assist, not to rule. Taking the ring would go against the very foundation of his purpose. Gandalf's decision to reject it is not a refusal of power, but a refusal to become something he is not: a ruler, a conqueror, a tyrant. He is a guide, a protector, not a king. Gandalf's wisdom lies in his understanding of this responsibility. He knows the danger of having power and the temptation it brings. Even the noblest intentions can be twisted by the ring. He has seen it happen before with Saruman, once a wise and noble wizard who was corrupted by his desire to use the ring to defeat Sauron. Gandalf understands that it is not the possession of power that is dangerous, it is the temptation to use it, to shape the world to one's will, even with the best of intentions. Moreover, Gandalf knows that the ring's true power lies not in its ability to destroy Sauron, but in its ability to corrupt those who seek to wield it. In the hands of Gandalf, the ring could defeat Sauron, but it would also make him just like Sauron. That is why Gandalf walks away from it each time. His strength lies not in his power, but in his restraint. He does not act out of fear, but out of wisdom and understanding of what true power is. Gandalf's wisdom is not in wielding power, but in knowing when not to. The One Ring is not simply an object of power. It is a reflection of Sauron's very essence, a fragment of his spirit bound in gold. It is not just a magical tool. It is a living, breathing force of destruction that corrupts the very soul of anyone who holds it. The ring does not just enhance the desires of its bearer, it amplifies them, twisting them into something dark and uncontrollable. Gandalf knows this better than anyone. He understands the seductive pull of the ring, having witnessed its effects on others. Gollum, once a simple creature, was twisted and corrupted by the ring, his mind consumed by obsession. Boromir, noble and brave, fell victim to the ring's power, believing that using it would save his people. The ring does not just amplify desires, it takes the bearer's weakest desires and turns them into a powerful force of destruction. But what would happen to someone like Gandalf, a Maya spirit capable of immense power? His wisdom, his knowledge, and his ability to guide others make him uniquely qualified to wield the ring. And yet, Gandalf knows that even he would not be immune to its power. He understands the danger of falling to the temptation of the ring, for once he takes it, it will take him. He would become a tyrant, a new Dark Lord, just as Sauron once was. The ring is not just a tool to defeat Sauron, it is a force of corruption, a force that warps everything it touches. Gandalf knows that to wear it would not make him a hero, it would make him just another pawn in Sauron's game. The ring is not just a weapon to be used, it is a weapon that uses the wielder, bending their will and turning them into something they were never meant to be. It is a prison, and Gandalf refuses to be imprisoned by it. Gandalf's refusal to take the ring is not just an act of wisdom, it is an act of humility. The ring offers unimaginable power, the kind of power that could defeat Sauron and reshape Middle-earth according to the wielder's desires. But Gandalf understands that true power is not about domination, it is about guiding, about helping others find their own path. His role is not to rule, but to support, to encourage, and to protect. To accept the ring would mean to abandon everything Gandalf stands for. It would mean forsaking his mission as an Istar, forsaking the very essence of his being. He was not sent to Middle-earth to become a ruler. He was sent to guide and help the free peoples in their darkest hour. He would lose his soul, his mission, and his purpose if he took the ring. The ring is a force that twists, that takes even the noblest of intentions and turns them into something dark. Gandalf knows that to fall to the ring would mean to become the very thing he was sent to fight, a tyrant, a dark ruler, consumed by power. This humility is what makes Gandalf truly great. He understands that true strength lies not in wielding power, but in resisting it. He understands that his purpose is not to control, but to guide. His role is not to shape the world according to his will, but to help others find their own way. This is the essence of Gandalf's character, a humble guide, not a king, not a ruler, but a protector. Gandalf's refusal of the ring is not just an act of humility. It is a choice that defines who he is, a guide, a protector, and a humble servant of Middle-earth. His wisdom and strength lie not in his ability to take power, but in his willingness to let it go. If this video answered your questions about Gandalf and the One Ring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more untold stories of Middle-earth. Stay tuned and take care until next time.